Hey everybody, welcome back. So just a couple of quick announcements. Some of them were made actually literally I think right after I did my last video. So just want to get around to them this time. So there are some new 4K titles coming. First one is actually from Kino, and they announced that they are doing Mad Max. The original Mad Max is coming to 4K UHD. Release date November 24th. And it is going to be in Dolby Vision and HDR. Some of the other details about it I don't believe have been announced yet. And what a cool one to get. Now if we can only get Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome on 4K from Warner Brothers, we can have all the Mad Max films in 4K. So hoping for those announcements maybe sometime soon. And coming from Lionsgate on October 13th is Requiem for a Dream in 4K. That should definitely be an interesting one to see because it is such a visual film. And that will be in Dolby Vision and have a Dolby Atmos track. Next up from Sony, they announced that they're doing the Resident Evil films in 4K. It's going to be one big box set. And all the films are going to be HDR10 and have new Dolby Atmos soundtracks. And it is going to be like a box set, so he's going to have all of them. So it's going to be Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, and Resident Evil The Final Chapter. I don't even think I've seen the last two actually. And that is coming November 3rd. I'm not sure why that was coming out in October, but you know, seemed like it'd be a little bit more fitting. And then finally in the 4K world, we have another Stanley Kubrick film hitting 4K, and that is Full Metal Jacket. And that is coming September 22nd. And that will be in HDR and just DTS 5.1. But we now do have, I believe this is the third Stanley Kubrick film to be released in 4K. I believe almost all of Stanley Kubrick's films, at least the ones that Warner Brothers have, are being remastered in 4K. I've heard for a while now that A Clockwork Orange is being done, which I can't wait to get. And I believe Eyes Wide Shut is coming eventually in 4K as well. And that's actually an interesting one. I actually watched it recently. It's been on cable a lot, and I hadn't seen it in such a long time. And I think I have a completely different appreciation for it now than I did before. I think I sort of dismissed it before, but I don't know, watching it now, I think I really see it on a whole different level. And I kind of think it's actually much more of a horror film. Something I think I might do a video on one day. Next up on the Blu-ray front is Scorpion Releasing has, as you know, they've signed a deal with MGM. They've been releasing a lot of MGM titles, and they did release two that are coming. I want to say they're going to be Ronin Flicks exclusives for a while before they're available elsewhere, and then they have 9 films in a deal that they have with Kino. So Kino will be releasing the actual physical disc, and they did announce that out of the 9, at least 6 will have brand new transfers. And I think the only movie they've announced so far is Tiger Shark, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be interesting to see what the other 8 are. Now, as far as the ones that they're releasing themselves, which will be again at Ronin Flicks at some point. First one is LA Bounty, starring Sybil Danning, and the next one, which I'm very excited about, is Death Wish 3. And yes, we've already had a couple releases of Death Wish 3. I'm very excited about this one because it is actually going to be getting a brand new 2K scan. No release dates for either one, and it's obviously still waiting on some more details from them. As soon as I see them, I will definitely let you know. And finally, just a quick thing from Sony. So Sony luckily is still, you know, gung-ho on 4K releases, and they actually have a thing where you can sort of vote on some possible future releases. Now, I think for the most part, they're sort of thinking of another like collection box set. I'm pretty sure some of them will actually get single releases, so you can actually go and vote on them. I've already put in my vote, and some of them would probably be obvious. You know, there's some definitely some classic films in there, but then there are other ones that some of us would be very interested to see in 4K. And some of the ones that sort of popped out at me is Anaconda, The Craft, Crawl, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Night of the Living Dead 90. Now to the lists, they have 2 different lists. I think one you can only pick 1 movie, and the other one I think you can only pick as many as 3. I will put the link in the description below, so feel free to go over there and pick your 3. And I will say one last thing, one key movie on there that obviously, if I could vote all 3 times, I would, and that is for Fright Night. Fright Night is actually one of the movies there, so obviously that was the first one to get my vote. So I'm not saying you have to vote for Fright Night, but if you wanted to, please vote for Fright Night. So just want to let you guys know about some of these releases. There's a lot more coming out. I'm just trying to get some more details on some other titles, so definitely let me know your thoughts, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.